So I'm just going to read a short excerpt of the other misses for you. This is from Sadie's point of view, right when they arrive at this new home in Maine. We crowd together in the entryway and assess the home, a traditional floor plan with the closed-in rooms. The furnishings are formal and unwelcoming. My attention gets lost on the curved legs of the dining room table, on the tarnished candelabra that sits on top, on the yellowing chair pads. I hardly see her standing at the top of the stairs. Were it not for the slightest bit of movement caught out of the corner of my eye, I might not have seen her. But there she stands, a morose figure dressed in black. Black jeans, a black shirt, bare feet. Her hair is black, long with bangs that slant sideways across her face. Her eyes are outlined in a thick slash of black eyeliner. Everything black, aside from the white lettering on her shirt, which reads, "I want to die." The septum of her nose is pierced. Her skin, in contrast to everything else, is white, pallid, ghost-like. She's thin. Tate sees her too. At this, he moves from Will to me, hiding behind me, burrowing his face into my backside. It's not like Tate to be scared. It's not like me to be scared, and yet I'm well aware that the hairs on the nape of my neck now stand on ends. "Hello," I say, my voice weak. Will sees her too. His eyes go to her. He says her name. He starts climbing the steps to her, and they creak under his feet, protesting our arrival. "Imogen," he says, with arms wide, expecting, I think, that she'll fold herself into them and let him hold her. But she doesn't, because she's 16, and standing before her is a man she hardly knows. I can't fault her for this, and yet the brooding, melancholic girl was not what I'd imagined when we discovered we were given guardianship of a child's. Her voice is acidic when she speaks. She doesn't ever raise her voice. She doesn't need to. The muted tone is much more unsettling than if she screamed. "Stay the fuck away from me," she says coolly. She glowers down over the stair banister. My hands involuntarily move behind me and to Tate's ears. Will stops where he is. He lowers his arms. Will has seen her before, just last week, when he came and met with the executor of the estate. It was then that he signed the papers and took physical possession of her, though arrangements had been made for her to stay with a friend while Will, the boys, and I drove here. The girl asks, her voice angry, "Why'd you have to come?" Will tries to tell her. The answer is easy, for were it not for us, she'd likely have entered the foster care system until she turned 18, unless she was granted emancipation, which seems unlikely at her age. But an answer is not what she wants. She turns away from him, disappearing into the second-story room, where we hear her futzing angrily with things. Will makes a move to follow, but I say to him, "Give her time," and he does. This girl is not the same as the little girl Will had shown us in the photograph. A happy-go-lucky freckled brunette of about 6 years old. This girl is different, much changed. The years have not been kind to her. She comes with the house, just another thing that's been left to us in the will, mixed in with the house and the heirlooms, what assets remain in the bank. She's 16, nearly able to be on her own, a moot point that I tried arguing, for certainly she had a friend or some other acquaintance who could take her until she turned 18. But Will said no. With Alice dead, we were all that remained, her only family, though she and I were meeting just now for the first time. She needs to be with family, Will told me at the time, days ago only, though it feels like weeks. A family who will love and care for her. She's all alone, Sadie. My maternal instinct had kicked in then, thinking of this orphan child, all alone in the world with no one but us. I hadn't wanted to come. I'd argued that she should come to us. But there was so much more to consider, and so we came anyway, despite my reservations. I wonder now, and not for the first time this week, what kind of disastrous effect this change will have on our family. It can't possibly be the fresh start Will so auspiciously believes it to be. I hope you enjoy it.